Hey guys, it's Benedictines the vegan. Yeah, it feels good to be saying this again. It's something that I haven't said in a while. Someone reminded me in the comment section, and I was like, "Yeah, man, it's something that I haven't said in a while, and it's something that used to relax me. Saying it's Benedictines the vegan used to relax me a lot, and saying it now reminds me why I actually created this channel. So yeah, it feels good to be saying that again. It's a guy from South Africa. I think his name is Ntokozo, if I remember correctly. Just that there's no electricity. In South Africa there's load shedding. So yeah, man. Most of the time I actually record my videos during load shedding. But yeah, it feels good, man, to be saying that again. And the video that I'm going to be making today is actually going to be different from my other videos, because in my other videos I'm mostly talking about what's wrong with this world. I'm mostly talking about why it is not a good idea to bring a child into this world, and why it can never be a good idea to bring a child into this world. But today I'm going to be talking about healing, because there are a lot of people that are in this world, and there are a lot of people that are going to be in this world. So even though it is best to not bring new people into this world, it is also important that when they are here, they know how to cope. And that is why I'm making this video, because it's not easy to cope in this world. It's a very crazy world that we live in. We've been through a lot as people. So it is important that we heal. Healing does not mean that we have not been through a lot. Healing is what we do in order to feel better, because just because we have suffered does not mean that we must continue to suffer because of things that have happened a long time ago. It is important that we heal. It is important that we learn what we need to learn from whatever caused that trauma before. And that is the reason why I'm making this video. Today is the 7th of February 2023. I believe that I'm going to publish this video on the 12th of February 2023. I'm giving you these dates because I'm going to make a follow-up video next year on the 7th of February, and I'm going to publish it on the 12th of February next year. The reason why I'm going to make a follow-up video is because I'm going to plant an idea in your mind that's going to help you heal. But healing is a process. So I want people to come back to this video after a year and talk about how it actually has helped them. And I'm going to remind them on the video that I'm going to make next year, which will be a follow-up video. It's very, very important that we also work on our healing. It is very, very important. It doesn't mean that because this world is trash, because this world is not good, because we do not like our experience here, we must constantly be in pain. It is important that we find our own healing. It is important that we figure out what needs to be done, but it's also important that we figure out what we need to do internally. So that is the reason why I'm making this video. What you must realize is that there isn't anything that is not important that's going to hurt you. Now, when I say hurt you, I'm not talking about things that can hurt us physically, because 90% of our suffering is emotional. Most people, when they talk about not being okay in this world, they're not talking about, suffering from sicknesses or injuries. No, they're mostly talking about how they feel about this world. So that is why I'm focusing on how people can actually heal themselves, how people can, find a way to feel better. So, like I was saying, there isn't anything that will hurt you that is not important to you. You could lose things that people feel like they cannot live without and not feel anything because you don't think that those things are important. You could lose a house and not feel anything because you don't think that that house was important. You could lose someone that was very close to you and not feel pain because you don't think that that person was important. So really, what you must do is actually realize how futile everything else. See, the problem is that you're taking this life way too seriously, and it is not. It is not serious at all. Suffering is real. People do suffer in this world. But you've been programmed to take it way too seriously that it makes your suffering to be worse. It prolongs your suffering. You see? And that's the problem. That is why I told you in one of my previous videos, I think it's the first video that I made this year, that you must realize that nothing matters. This is a fact. Nothing matters at all. But you can choose what you want to believe matters so that you will, give your life meaning if you want to give your life meaning. But really, the truth is that nothing matters. It doesn't matter if you are single. It doesn't matter if you are a virgin. It doesn't matter if you don't have a job. It doesn't matter if you are homeless. But if you believe that it matters, you are going to suffer because of what you believe. You see? Now, I'm not saying that people should be single, because really you can date, but it doesn't mean that dating actually matters. It doesn't matter if you have someone in your life that you love. It doesn't matter if you live in a big house. No, none of that matters. But you must realize that none of that matters in order to heal. Most people believe that healing is actually experiencing the opposite of whatever has hurt you in your life. For an example, if you have been treated badly by the people that you have dated in your life, you will heal if you find a person that's going to love you. No, actually, you don't heal. You will feel better, but you don't actually heal. Because if that person leaves you, you will be reminded of the pain that was already there. Doesn't mean that you actually heal if you actually have things that you wanted all your life, or if someone stole something from you and you found a replacement. That's how you heal. You don't actually heal. You just have something that's distracting you, but you don't heal. What's actually going to heal you is realizing that nothing matters. It's actually realizing that everything is meaningless. The problem with this is that some people, when they realize that everything is meaningless, they start to do things that are causing harm. On this video, I'm not talking about things that are actually causing harm. I'm actually talking about healing, and I'm talking about what you should know in order to heal completely. That is very important to understand. This video is about healing. So this is what you must know in order to heal completely. You must realize that nothing matters. Nothing is important unless you tell yourself that there is something that is important. Unless you tell yourself that there is something that actually matters. But the truth is, whatever you tell yourself matters is going to have some power over you. It's going to have some power over how you feel. That's something that you must understand. If you are not in a relationship right now, you might not be affected by what the person that you wanted to be in a relationship with does, because you're not in a relationship with them. But if you started dating them today, a lot of things that they will do will actually affect you. You see? It's because now you believe that they matter. But when you're not dating them, you might not necessarily feel like, the things that they do actually matter. So there isn't anything that's going to hurt you in this life unless you believe that it matters. That's something that's important to understand. Now, there are people who know that nothing matters, but who are still not feeling okay, who are still in pain, who are still depressed. The reason why these people are still in pain, the reason why these people are still depressed is because they don't know that nothing matters on a subconscious level. Remember, we've been programmed since we were young to believe that there are things that actually matter in this world. And we have sent that message to our subconscious mind. So what we need to do is reprogram our subconscious mind. And that is why I'm saying that I'm going to make a follow-up video on the same day next year, because the process is long. It's not easy to reprogram your subconscious mind, but it is the only way to heal. Some people think that realizing that nothing matters or realizing that everything is meaningless is a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. It's the greatest thing about this life, because if everything mattered, it will mean that whatever we are going to experience is important. It will mean that there are a lot of things that we need to do, But really, if nothing matters, then you're good. You're free. You're free to be yourself. You're free to think what you want to think. And that is a good thing. That is really a good thing. So the question is, how do you know that nothing matters on a subconscious level? This is not easy. It's not easy to reprogram your subconscious mind. So here's the biggest mistake that I think every human makes. When something that they do not like happens, they focus on the emotions that they feel. For an example, you receive a text from a person that you're dating and they tell you that they don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. You're going to feel negative emotions, right? The problem is that you focus on these negative emotions and you justify to yourself why you are feeling these negative emotions. It sucks that this person is breaking up with me after everything that I've done for them. After everything that we've been through, this person is saying that our relationship is over. You see, you are justifying to yourself why you should feel these negative emotions. But if you decided in your own mind that it doesn't matter, it's cool, it's fine, let me do the work that is necessary to feel good again, you will heal faster than normal, because your focus is on healing. You're not focusing on becoming more angrier and justifying your anger to yourself. No, you are focusing on healing. So if you continue to train your brain to focus on healing, your subconscious mind will become aware of that. Your subconscious mind will become aware of how meaningless everything is, because that's what you're telling your subconscious mind. You see, this world sucks. That is the truth. But you actually do have power over your own mind. We've been told that we don't really have power over our own minds. No. Actually, that's a lie. We actually do have power over our own minds. The problem is that we have never been trained how to control our minds, how to control how we feel. That is why it's a lot of work. If we have been trained since we were young, it will actually be easy to heal. But because we have never been trained, it's going to be hard. I mean, most people that watch my videos are adults. They've been programmed since they were young to believe that the things that are happening in their lives matter. And because of that, if things are not going their way, they must feel negative emotions. And they are justified to feel these negative emotions. And you know what? It is true that you're justified to feel these negative emotions. But the question is, do you want to feel these negative emotions? Or you don't want to feel these negative emotions? What I'm trying to tell you is that you don't have to feel these negative emotions. You see? I'm not saying that if you are feeling negative emotions, it's your fault. We live in a crazy world where we weren't taught the truth, where we are being forced to do things that we do not want to do. We're even being forced to feel a certain way about things. You see? So it's not your fault that you are depressed. It's not your fault that you feel like you're not ever going to heal. It's not your fault that you feel helpless. What I'm trying to tell you in this video is that it is actually possible to heal. It is actually possible to take control of your mind. But whenever you go through something that you do not like, stop justifying your anger. Stop justifying your pain. Focus on healing. You will feel the pain, but how do you heal? Don't continue to justify your pain. You don't have a job. You don't have a job, and it's not easy to find a job. The worst thing you can do to yourself is telling yourself how fucked up the people that are running this world are. We live in a crazy world, and the people that are running this world are making sure that we do not find employment. Look, you have me to do that for you. You don't have to do that to yourself. Yes, it is important that we talk about these issues. It is important that we talk about what really caused the problems that we are experiencing in this world. It is very important, but you don't have to do that to yourself. You don't have to think of the reasons why these things are happening, because you will find yourself justifying your anger. And the moment you justify your anger, you are telling your subconscious mind that it's okay to be angry. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to be angry. It's actually okay to be angry. But you are actually telling your subconscious mind that you must feel like that. You shouldn't, feel peaceful. You must continue to feel like that every day. What I'm trying to tell you is that you don't have to keep on sending that message to your subconscious mind. You can actually become aware of what's going on without sending the wrong message to your subconscious mind. It is good to talk to people about what is going on. When I watch people talking about what's going on in this world, I don't feel pain. That's because I'm not watching these videos to feel pain. I'm actually watching these videos so that I will relate to these people, so that I will know that I'm not alone. So actually watching videos of people talking about the issues that we're dealing with as humans actually heal me. That is why I'm saying you don't have to keep on telling yourself that this world is crap, because you have lots of people that are telling you that. However, if you can tell yourself that this world is crap without feeling negative emotions, without justifying these negative emotions that you feel at first when you realize how fucked up everything is, then you're good. Because you're going to reach higher levels of consciousness while you're not feeling pain. You don't have to continue to hurt over things that have happened many years ago, over things that you can't change. You're already aware that you are here without your consent. You're already aware that humans are abusing animals. You're already aware that you've been bullied in the past, but you still have to let it affect you today. What I'm telling you is that you have the power to stop this negative experience is from affecting you today. But it is a process. So whenever you are experiencing something that you do not like, don't justify to yourself why you should feel negative emotions. No, don't ever do that. Become aware of what is happening and let it go. You don't have to say to yourself that, well, I'm late because this person has said this to me in the morning, and because of that I had to argue with them. I'm late because I don't have money, so I used the train to go to work. I didn't use a taxi, or I didn't use my car. See, the moment you do that, the moment you start sending the message to your subconscious mind that you are actually good feeling angry. You see, there are people that are addicted to anger because they want to feel angry. I know people who actually want to feel angry. I've been that way before, actually. There have been situations that made me angry, and I felt like, you know what, I'm not angry enough at this. I must feel more anger. So I know what it's like. But if you really want to heal, you must stop justifying your anger. You must focus on healing instantly. Whenever something that you do not like happens, you focus on healing. How do I heal from this? That's what you do. If you keep on justifying your anger, you're going to become more and more depressed. And your mind is going to be used to that state that you are in. See, so if you are in a state of depression, then your mind is going to be used to that. And it's going to be your reality that you are always depressed. What I'm telling you is that, yes, the world is trash. That is a fact. It's a fact that can be disputed by a person that is rational. But you can work on how you feel. You see? I'm teaching you how to defend yourself. You are being attacked, so how do you defend yourself? Doesn't mean that if a person is attacking you, you must just do this. No, defend yourself. That's what I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you how to fight defensively in this world. It is very, very important that you are able to do that, because things are not getting easy. Things are not becoming easy. Things are actually becoming worse. So if people do not learn how to control their emotions, how to control their minds, how to block out things that they don't want in their consciousness, then things are going to become worse for them. You see? So, yes, I'll make another video on this. I will make more videos on healing because I think it is important that we heal. But it is also important that we become more and more aware. It is important that we talk about the issues that we deal with every day in this world. So I will continue to talk about that. Because if we don't talk about these things, there are people that are still young that do not realize what's really going on in this world, and they're going to suffer if they don't realize what's going on in this world when they're still young. So it's important that people are free enough to talk about these kind of things, because it's real. It's the truth. It's what's really going on in this world. So why should we not talk about it? It's negative, yes, but it is what? True. It's the truth. It means that the whole thing is negative. It means that we're not having a positive experience. And it is important that we know that we are actually not having a positive experience. So if we're not having a positive experience, what do we do? Thank you.